All right, I've been doing this biochar thing for you'd think I'd learn to wear a respirator. Maybe sometime. Anyway, been doing the biochar thing for a couple months now, and just weekend warrioring it. I have more biochar than I even need for my garden over there. So now I need to find a way to market this. I thought packaging it in Ziploc baggies would be normal, but you know, it's not very attractive, so I'm looking for other packaging solutions so that my presentation comes out really good and people actually want to buy my product and they're just not looking at a brute can of biochar that I made in my backyard. They're looking at a packaged product that's ready to come pick up and buy incrementally instead of, oh yeah, you can get some of it, right? So I'll do gallon sizes and cubic foot sizes, and we'll see what customers want from there. Maybe they want yard sizes, or maybe they just want to get the whole bucket load, or however they want to do it. I'm going to find out. Alright, thought I'd be doing briquettes. Seems how I have so much biochar over there. I have this, I don't know what the heck it is, busted up thingamajig that was still on my property when somebody sold it to me. There's another one over there, clear deep in the concrete or the rocks. Don't know what the heck it is, but it had a hole all the way in the bottom. I took and smashed a peg into there, just kind of carved it out with a pocket knife and forced it in there with a big old stick. I'm going to take this stick and try to grind up some char I was already trying to grind up earlier. This here. End up breathing it. There's got to be a better way. I'm going to figure it out. Dump this in here, try to grind this up. I also got a sieve to size it, and then we'll see where we're at. But this is the absolute roughest beginnings of even trying to do charcoal briquettes, and I don't even have a form yet or anything like that, but nothing's stopping me. I'm going to crush this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to just use flour as a binder and call it good from there. I'm going to figure it out as I go. Determined. Well, I cleaned it all up just so I could make a mess again. But I needed to make a way to grind charcoal because this hunk of concrete and that thing, or even this thing, it's just time consuming. It's actually not getting anything done very fast. I do have a sieve, but that's not actually helping the grinding process, just the sifting process. So I'm going to do something else. I got a 5-gallon bucket and I got a whole bunch of these bolts and nuts that the elevator guy threw away on a job site I was on. So that's one box. I have 2 more boxes. So these will be just all of my what do you call it? Shot? Balls? Bearings? Whatever. But I'll make a ball thing. Yeah, ball grinder. A sphere grinder. What should you call it now? Whatever. I'm just going to put all this shot in a 5-gallon bucket and turn the bucket round and around, and then hopefully that'll actually grind it up at a faster pace. If I get really bored, then maybe I can hook a drill up to it and just spin it around and around. But I think it needs to actually tumble, so it needs to turn at a slower rate. So we'll see. I'm going to do something about like this. So I'll just go $5-gallon bucket, some sort of a frame, some sort of a handle, a little spinny diddly on it, some sort of a stand, and then turn it around and around. So then I'll have all of my steel balls in there, and then I'll fill the whole thing in with charcoal, and hopefully those steel balls will fall on it and crush it as it spins around and around. I just got some pallet wood. I'll just screw it together. I'll just use screws to hold the whole process together, so it'll be kind of constructed and dismantleable by construction methods instead of actually brackets and latches and things. But that's what I have available to me. I gotta take and put all of these bolts in together with all of these nuts. That's gonna take a long time to end up with a really small chunk of metal. But it's the only chunks of metal I have around here that aren't tools. So, here we go. Alright, got my bucket of bolts, or my shot, or balls from my ball grinder. And then I have a 5-gallon bucket with the lid securely on there. Now, I'm just going to make a frame. Comes up to here. Lickety split. I'm going to cut this board just the slightest bit under the size of the bucket, so that when I put a top plate on there, it'll smash the whole thing together like a sandwich. And we'll see how far I get with it. Maybe I need to double up on the frame or something, but I'm gonna make it work. Alright, really freaking basic. I don't want to get too complicated with it. I've still got a gap where it's just the screws holding it on. That's alright. I think I'm just gonna build a stand right off my saw dog. I'll just do like a T thing right here, and then just a stand up here. Maybe make some notches for the screws to sit inside, and then attach a handle to it somehow. You know, whatever. Alright, I have it. So, it does the trick for now. I thought I was going to put a handle on this. I don't think I will, because I can just do this easily enough, and c'est la vie. So it works right now. This isn't even attached over here, just right here, and it's just sitting here. But let's see if it works with, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 pounds of steel in it and full of charcoal. I got my bin. This one right here, it's chock full of charcoal. This is why I'm trying to do something with it, because I don't have any other means of containing it. Yeah, let's give this guy a try. Bucket of bolts. In the bucket. This is really low quality video. Absolutely horrible. Oops! What else am I gonna do? Ow, my earballs. Duck's hill. Let's see if I can finagle. Nobody wants ducks. Biochar. Nope. Yep, I'm gonna give up on that. I have a tin outside. I'm gonna go get it. I kind of never know when to actually record myself, or that's why it's kind of like done when you get to a certain point, because I'm dumb like that. Just fly by the seat of my pants. That's okay. Yay. Yeah. This is all fluffy stuff. Probably grind up pretty good. It's all light. Weeds and leaves and things. And I'm not wearing my respirator again, which is really smart because it's right over there. And I got hearing aids, or plugs in. So, I'm a big dummy. It's kind of like blowing away from me a little bit. Yeah, real good. Not only am I making a mess in my lungs, but I'm also making a mess in the garage. Well, just lets you know that there's got to be a better way to process this stuff. Maybe have chutes and bags and that kind of thing. Piping kind of chutes, where it's like a canvas. Okay, I'll put that on this. We'll see how it does. So it seems to be doing all right. As far as just a simpleton. But I think I have it too full because I can't hear a whole lot of activity going on there. So I'm not sure that it's actually doing anything. I think that just found a central pivot point and isn't really impacting enough things in there. But I did notice that some scumbag original owner of this bucket, decided to drill some little holes in here. So every time it comes up, I end up breathing a little bit of biochar out. Oh, that's just fantastic. Yeah. Freaking dumb. So now I gotta find another 5-gallon bucket. And I don't have one. So I'll just wait until something pops up somewhere and take this idea and go somewhere else with it. Or maybe I'll just use a gallon bucket instead. Thinking about it.
Go.
Here's my ball grinder. I originally just had it sitting on some pedestals and I was just turning it manually. It's a time-consuming process. As far as the balls in it, it's just these little nuts and bolts all put together so that I have a little something. It's the biggest hunks of steel I had laying around that were fairly spherical in shape. But I wanted to get some more push behind it, and a coworker was throwing away giving away a bicycle because he was going to replace it with a better one. And he says the inner tubes are flat, but you can have it. So I screwed it down to some pallets like a ghetto dork that I am. And figured I could add some pedal power to this. So I just have it tensioned.
Sorry.
With the deflated.
You've got a baby
tire.
head on that box, and it's just like kind of creepy.
Me mugging you? Okay. How's that one? Is it still looking at you? Is
Yes.
it looking right at you?
It was for a moment over there. Sorry.
That's okay.
Just like perfectly centered, like between the two things.
It's gonna get loud. You're not gonna be able to hear me anymore. But I have it at like 4, but I can gear up and down because I didn't alter the bike at all. I just screwed it to a frame and then added pressure here without the use of any pulleys or gears or anything. Just used the bike and some wooden screws. So I just put my phone right here, put some headphones in, jam out to some YouTube or something, educate myself, read a book, get a little bit of exercise, and get some shit done.